Okay, so everyone, we were starting our very first lesson last week. It was the information and communication technology. So the first lesson of the grade 10. So we discuss about what is data, what is information, and some examples regarding those, right? And then after we went through the system definition, or like what is an information system, right? So we talked about different kinds of information systems and what are the main components of those, and how an input is processed to be an output through the information system, right? And we talked about the examples as well, right? And yeah, just for checking people, did we write about the examples, people? Like as the topics, like ATM, automatic teller machine, and likewise, did we list these examples in your books? No, we didn't, right? So like we were finishing from this diagram, right? And we didn't list down the examples regarding the information system. So let's start the session by marking those things down. Then after we'll go for the applications, right? So today we are going to talk about what are the applications of the ICT on different kinds of sectors. Right. Okay, Sanushi. Right. So like under the note, which had the topic information system, let's write down the these examples one after the other. We are not going to go for the explanation of these things, right? So these are some practical world example which we have experienced and which we know. So let's write down only the topics. That will be enough, right? So under your under the same topic, information system, let's write down these examples. So you don't need to write example 1 and example 2 and all these things, right? So you can go with putting the example and listing them down like one after the other, saying 1, 2, and 3, right? So the first example, let's say ATM, and within brackets, you better say automatic teller machine. Isira, we are just started, Putha. We are writing the examples under the same topic, which is information system. So put example. Last week we stopped by this point after we drew the picture. So like then after we are going to go with the examples now, right? So example 1, ATM, the automatic teller machine. Only the highlighted part is enough, people, and please put automatic teller machine within brackets, right? Okay, moving forward. So the second example, fingerprint reader to record the attendance of an organization. We talked about these examples, so I'm not going to discuss it again. So we just write down, then we'll move to the applications of ICT. People, am I clear at your side? If you are getting any interference, just let me know, And like during the lesson, I'll show you how to refer the video recordings, people, because there are some new students in the room. So it's better you know how to refer the recording. And I have uploaded the recording like last, as I remember, Wednesday night or Thursday morning, right? So in case if you want to refer the first session, it is there. I'll show you how to refer these things, right? So still some people are getting connected, and seems some people are having some communication issues as well, like because they are trying to connect again and again. So yeah, so like during the session, like around 4 o'clock, I'll show you how the recordings can be referred. Okay, so first example, ATM within brackets automatic teller machine. The people who are joining now, we are just start writing people under the same topic, information system. We are listing down the examples. So both the examples are highlighted on the screen, so you can write those things down. So when you are done, let's continue to the third one. All right, anyone who is still writing? Okay, moving forward, the third example is the QR code used to find information. And we discuss how we are using the QR code to find the information. Sanushi, automated, generally we refer it as automatic teller machine. If we use the term automated, yeah, now it's when it comes to this single meaning, automatic teller machine means swayankriya teller yantraya. If it's going to be automated, then it's kind of swayankriya karana lada kela. Like it's much better if you go with automatic teller machine. Right. So if you are done with the examples, we can move forward. Okay. So yeah, that will be enough, people, the examples, right? And people, what is this, and where can you find these things? Yes, I think you know what this is. Yes, people. Yes, Pahandi, that is a barcode, right? Yeah, you can find this in many different goods, people. Like when you go to the backside of your books, on toys, right, on some objects. Yes, yes. Like if you go to a supermarket, each and every good that you can find there has a specific barcode. Even like when you weigh something from their electronic machines, they will generate this barcode as a sticker, and they are going to stick on the bag, right? So what it does, it will help the cashier to capture the details about the goods, like what is this, what kind of a good is this, how much weight it got, right? And so those kind of details will be provided with this barcode. Now, barcode was used, are still using, like it was the technology that they used before the QR codes. So when the QR code is there, now QR code is used in a much advanced way, but still barcode is still playing their role, right? In giving some or providing some information to some information systems, right? And as you can see, when it comes to a barcode, it contains some numbers, and it contains some bars which are not even, right? They are different from each other, right? Right? So using the barcode, we can, like the barcode reader will be able to capture different kinds of information regarding that particular good or an item, right? So it will take the price, sometimes it will take the number of units, right? It will capture like the other things, if there is a code regarding that item, it will be captured, right? So likewise, it will be very easier for a people who is interacting with an information system in regarding feeding the data or inputting the data, right? Now think about that, the supermarket people does not have this kind of a barcode. Then they have to input all the things manually into the computer system, which will take time, right? So if you think about a shopping cart, where you are filling like all your goods into that, so there will be like sometimes there will be like 20 to 30 items, right? And if you have sneak into the screen of the supermarket, right? එබිල බලලා නැත්නම් දැන් ඊළඟ සැරේ ගියාම පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න මොනවාද screen එකේ තියෙන එක. Like they are like when a barcode is being scanned, a row of data on the screen is filled within a second, right? So if the barcode is not there, the operator have to input all the things by himself, right? Which is not quite easy, right? So sometimes you will had that experience, like when you are providing some frozen items, barcode is not very much responsive to the barcode reader. නේද? එතන ඉන්න කට්ටිය barcode එක එක පැත්තට අල්ලලා බලනවා. barcode එක read කරන්න සමහරලාට ඒක read කරන්නේ නැහැ, especially when it comes to the frozen foods, right? So on those cases, they have to refer this particular number at the end of the barcode, and they know how to refer the other details regarding this number. So they input those things by themselves, right? So this will make things easy, the barcode, right? So it can also be taken as a particular system, right? Where it as a way of inputting the data to a particular system. So where it saves the time of the operator in a very big way, right? Okay, so those are the things that we have to talk about information system. And today we are going to get to know about the characteristics or the qualities of an information, right? So now when it comes to the qualities of an information, these things matters, right? So if the information is going to be a useful one or a meaningful one, it should have this quality called relevancy, right? අපි සිංහලෙන් කියනවා අදාළ බව කියලා. It should be relevant, right? So like the relevancy depends on the people or on the organization who are using that, right? But no, Senilka, you don't need to put that. You don't need to don't write the barcode as an example. You just grab the idea, right? That will be enough, right? So when it comes to the relevancy, it depends on the person or the organization who are going to use that information. So the relevancy differs from person to person or organization to organization, all right? Now, if you think about the information that you people are receiving for the moment, right? Those are the informations regarding the ICT, right? So that is the subject that you are learning, all right? So like you people don't have the subjects like, let's say, some like aerospace kind of things, right? Or the knowledge regarding astronauts, or like the aviation related things. Now, it is not your subject. It's not relevant to you, right? So when an information received by some particular person or some particular party or some particular organization, if it's going to be a useful information, then it should have the relevancy regarding that particular party, right? So if an information received on me, which is not regarding the ICT, it is not relevant to me, right? So maybe that information is good to go with someone else, but not with me. So for myself, that information is not a meaningful one or a useful one for me, right? But for some particular person, it can be on the other hand, right? So we take the relevancy as a one quality of the information likewise. And the completeness, it should be, right? Now, there is this common complaint from the teachers when you are answering the question paper, your answer is not complete, quite complete, right? Sometimes you will like keep the things in your mind and you put only a half of it onto the paper, right? Which will reduce some marks to you on an exam paper. So same thing happens, same thing illustrates how important the completeness of an information is, right? Because without the complete information, we won't be able to get the total benefit out of the information, right? So look at the example that they have said. They are taking information from only a small group of people in order to arrive at the PCI, per capita income, right? Of the country is not sufficient, right? So if we are calculating the per capita income, dala jatika ආදායම නැත්නම් අපි ලොකු crowd එකක් consider කරලා ඒකෙන් consider කරලා බලනවා කොහොමද එක්කෙනෙක් ගාවට එන general income එක කොහොමද average income එක කොහොමද. So to calculate that, a small group of people will not be sufficient, right? We may need a big sample, like 10 to 15, like taking 10 to 15 people and getting into a conclusion will not give you a correct information, so which will lead you to inaccurate decisions, right? So to have something like that, it's better we have a very big sample of data, right? So the completeness is one of the qualities, and the accuracy again. And we clearly know if you are provided with the inaccurate data, you will make inaccurate decisions, right? Take a simple example, like you are receiving inaccurate marks to your term test. Like just assume like you have scored 93 for ICT, but by mistake someone has jumbled the answer, or like when it is right, when it's written into the report card, by mistake it was written as 39. You have taken 93, but it is written as 39, right? So the challenge or the idea that you are going to have from that, like you will feel that you are not ready or you are not okay with the ICT, even though you would think so, right? So you may try to come up with a lot of solutions or a lot of ways to keep things in mind, and you will invest another big time on ICT to make things okay. But the problem is you are okay for the moment because you have scored 93, but by mistake, you will receive it in an inaccurate way, right? So because of that, the decisions that you have made is going to be in vain when you find out the truth, right? So accuracy matters when it comes to the information, right? And the timeliness, right? So like timeliness means it should be up-to-date information, right? Like it doesn't mean, or it doesn't give any usefulness if your information is not timely or like given on time to you. Otherwise, you won't be able to create a good decisions regarding that, right? So what they have given is the weather forecast, right? So if you got the timeliness, if you got the details in time, then only you will be able to recognize, the weather department will be able to recognize what kind of a weather is going to be tomorrow, right? So if they does not receive the accurate and the up-to-date details regarding the weather, they won't be able to predict, or they won't be able to suggest how the weather is going to be on tomorrow, right? So timeliness matters. And when it comes to the in organizational aspect, the cost effectiveness is there, right? Because now when it comes to an organization, one of the critical factors that they are going to consider when they are making profits is the cost. Because if you are creating something, or if you are manufacturing something, when you are having a lower cost, will give you a good profit, right? So if the cost is higher, you are going to have less profit, because you can't increase the price of a good, even like saying that you are not having enough profit. So sometimes if your product is very expensive, so the public won't go for those kind of products, right? Now think about the vegetable price these days, right? Ask from your parents, like if they were buying 1 kilogram of vegetables in early days, now they are adjusting that into the 500 grams or 250 grams kind of things, right? So since it is a basic need we are taking, we are not staying without purchasing the food. But think about if it is not an essential, if it is not a basic need of us, so we may get rid of that. You just get rid of those things. So when it comes to the information, it goes with the same way, right? Like now, in early days, information is not a very critical factor when it comes to the organizations, but today, information is the most critical factor. They are highly based on the information that they are having, so they are making decisions with the information that they were receiving, right? So if the information costs you a lot, then definitely your profit will be comes down, right? So information should have the ability, or should have the quality of cost effectiveness. All right, people, are we clear with that? How these qualities are affecting, or like what kind of a quality that the information should have? Any questions regarding this? Righto. All right, so then let's quickly take this down, people. So yeah, it's a little bit big in size, but you have to copy the entire table. Otherwise, we won't be having the idea how these things are going to go. So start copying, people. So when you are done, let me know. Right, so Yeah, as a heading, you can say the qualities of information. Qualities of information, that will be the heading. Then you can go with this table. So meanwhile, if you got any yes, Sanushi, something like that. Accuracy means the correct things, the true information. Correct, Sanushi. Yes. Now, Rizwan, you don't want to, like just write the text on only on it. Like if you really have the way of sticking those pictures, or like having those pictures on your book, it doesn't matter that you have those things, but don't try to draw it now, right? Either you can have a printout and paste those things there, or like you can find some pictures and some relevant pictures and put there. It doesn't matter. You can decorate your book as you want, right? No worries about it. All right, 2 are done. How about the others? Right, okay. Is there anyone still writing this? Okay, Sanetma and Sendini. Okay, hurry up, people. So I'll give you another 2-3 minutes. Let me know when you are done. Okay, Dilendia, Dua, you can refer the previous recording. I'll show you the recording, Dua. I just got a message from another student who is trying to join just now. So when they are here, I'll show you how to refer the previous recordings. It's just one recording, the last week one. So there's a very few to write on last week lesson. So you may complete the note by looking into it. So I think, yeah, people, anyone who were in the last session, like how many pages did we write, people in last week? 1.5. Okay, Ryson, it's a CR page, right? 1.5 CR page. Is it so? Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, Dilendia, so you can leave 1.5 page, and for the table, okay, and for the table, you can leave another half of a page. So like altogether it will be 2 pages, right? So you can go for that. Okay. I love you, Daddy. I love you too, so. Right. Okay. I'll complete the class and come. I like this gray shirt. Thank you. Boo. Peekaboo. All right, so people, let's move forward. And yeah, hold on. I think yeah. So before I move forward, I will show you how to refer the recordings. So the website that you need to visit is starlabs.lk. So Tat is getting disturbed, Manika. Can you go with me to the outside, and Tati will do the class and come. I have to see everything here. Right. Sorry for that, people. My little one comes and goes around. Right. So you have to visit the website starlabs.lk. Right. So this is the website. So here you can find the lesson recording menu item, and you have to refer StarLabs recording right over here. So once you click on that, you will be getting some colorful tiles like this. And from that, your recordings will be under grade 10 English medium tile. So click on the yellow color tile. So once you click on that, this particular page will appear. Right, so this is the recording that you have to refer. So here, the latest video will be on the top of the list. That means whatever you can see on the screen will be the latest video. The older videos, you can refer it from by clicking the playlist. So for the moment, playlist can be taken by these people, this hamburger icon, right? These 3 lines and a triangle, we call it the hamburger icon. So that hamburger icon will show you all the recordings. So for the moment, there will be only one, which is the last week recording. So by tomorrow, today's recording will be there, right? So you can see that today's recording will be at the top. This one will be the second one. So likewise, when the sessions are done, you will see a list of recordings over here, and it will be available always, right? You can go there and you can visit there and refer those things at any time. And this is like these things are YouTube recorded. So whenever you are using this, you will be using the YouTube, right? But I have listed it over here, so it will be easier for you to find it when it comes to my YouTube channel. It will be a little bit harder for you to find, because you have to refer the different playlists and you have to find the correct playlist. And there will be more videos from here and there. So this won't give you that hassle, right? You can just come here and refer the recording. Okay, so that's the way you are going to refer the recordings. And let's go to the lesson again. Right, so moving to the lesson again. So now we are going to get to know about the application of information and communication technology, right? So to discuss this, I have prepared a presentation, so which will show you the places or the ways that you have that the world has used ICT, using ICT in their sectors. Now, if you think about your life, just think about the day-to-day activities. Now you can't stay without ICT, right? Now, since with this pandemic situation, and even though like even before the pandemic, like we are very much into these devices, and we are getting the information from different kinds of sources, right? And if you think about the way that you are going to spend a day, a general day, like from the point that you have waked up and until you are going to the bed, just think about your life. It's always connected with the ICT, right? Like you are getting up to the alarm, which is set by the mostly from the mobile phone, right? Then you look into the today's day-to-day news. So that is clearly from the Suhara, what? We have to close the door. right? So think about these sectors, people. So the business, entertainment, transport, the agriculture. I think some agriculture is a little bit remote to you, right? You will see very nice things when it comes to the agriculture, health, the education, right? Think about it. Yes, Sanushi, it is something related to this one, Dua, right? It's the introduction to the applications, Dua. That is why I pass in that particular point, right? Okay, so now let's see how these applications are done. So in starting from here, like for many different pages, you are about to talk about the applications of the ICT, right? So that is what I'm going to show you. What happens when the ICT is there, which is mixed with the different kinds of sectors, right? So first, they are talking about the e-government, right? So now e-government is a fresh topic, or like it is not that fresh, but we tell, like, you know what the government is. Government is the one which governs the country, right? And government has different kinds of services which is given to the citizens, to the businesses, to the other governments, to the government employees, right? So when these services are provided in an electronical way, we call it is an e-government, right? So this does not mean all the things are going to be provided as an electronic one, right? So it is just some of the things will be provided in electronical manner. So those particular things are categorized under e-government, right? So when the e-government is, when the concept of e-government is facilitated by the institutions like ICTA, which is the Information Communication Technology Agency, and several other institutions as well, right? So what are the services that is given by the e-government, right? These are some of the services which is given to us, right? So for the citizens, for the people who are living in this country, so list of government organizations, you can find it from the websites. I'll show you the web portal, right? Payment of utility bills. That is a very a common thing now, right? A lot of government banks, non-government banks are providing that facility through as an electronic service, right? And renewal of vehicle license. I'll show you the particular website that will help your parents to renew your vehicle license. Now, you don't need to visit to the secretarial premises to renew your thing. People, just give me a moment. Right, and sorry for the disturbance, people. And for the and the constitution, and the legal system and map of Sri Lanka. Now let me show you about these facilities, which is regarding the renewal of vehicle license, right? So, and if you search renew license online, yeah, there you go. Online vehicle revenue license service. Now, can you see the website that provides that service? What is it? It is called HTT. The website name is www.gov.lk. This is the web portal, right, of Sri Lanka. So if I click on this, it will open something like this. Right, so now this will allow you, not actually you, your parents, they can renew their vehicle license through this, right? So you need some, you need to log in first, right? So you can log in it using the Google account credentials, or here only they are providing the Google authentication. So if I choose my account, it will log me in. So then I can, now since my license is been renewed, I won't be able to renew it again. But if I press on renew license, this is the things that they are asking, right? So you have to select the province, you have to give the registration number, that means the vehicle number, right? They have provided you the particular facilities or like a particular format, right? Then they are asking to insert the chassis number, where you can find it on the book of the vehicle. Book, right? So, or else you can find it from the vehicle as well. And again, the previous revenue license, right? So you can find the revenue license of a vehicle. Your amma or tata should contain those documents with you if they are like having the facilities from a vehicle, right? So this is the number, so they can input the number, and then you can continue, right? So I'm not going to give the details of mine because I have provided my details here. So when I say okay, then some other relevant details will be collected. Then finally, they will issue it as a soft copy for you to print, right? So this was the soft copy that I received. So this is kind of a temporary one, people, right? Apita egollo post එක එවන original license එක. Until that temporary license is received at my home, this will be the copy that I'm going to keep to myself, right? So it goes like that. So earlier, how this situation happens, I have to physically visit to the secretarial office, Pradeshi Lekam Karyalayata යන්න ඕනේ. Then I have to wait on a queue. Then I have to provide my old license, then my insurance company details, and if I got this what we call Dum Sahatika, right? So you have to provide that as well if you are having a diesel or petrol vehicle, right? So then they will check and they will charge the things accordingly. Then they will issue the vehicle license from that particular point. So it takes time, right? Mostly if your parents are since they are working parents, they have to have a leave or they have to find some time to visit this place, right? But nowadays, this is pretty easy, right? This was earlier this was a service which was there 24/7, but now they have modified the service to have it like at the off times of the office. Like this is the applying time is available only from that means the website is available from 3 p.m. to 9 a.m. until the 9 a.m. right? From 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. it's not available, right? I think it is because like it has been busy, or like sometimes they are expecting some money on the secretarial office as well. But now it's the way that they are going to do, right? So it is a service which is given by the government as an electronic manner. So we call it e-governance, right? Okay. Did you got the idea about how the e-government working? That is the government service given to the citizens, one of the government services, right? So this is, in short term, this is called G2C, government to citizen, or sometimes it's in most of the time it says government to consumer, right? And as well as they can provide the same services, not the same kind of services, some services to other governments, businesses, and employees, like they have listed over here. When it comes to the other governments, the visa information, right, and government laws, aid for tourists, right, Sri Lankan custom information, those kind of things can be provided. And when it comes to the businesses, the payment services, like electronic payment services, like the payment gateways, right, banking information, the business registration processes, right, those kind of things will be provided. For government employees, some particular forms regarding the employees, right, some particular gazettes, circulars, right. When it comes to the teaching now, we are, as the government service, as the government servants, we are receiving our circulars now online. Earlier it was printed and sent to the schools, but nowadays they are just sending the link and we have to visit there and refer what the circular says. So circulars are like defining some particular informations and some rules and regulations regarding the government employees. So we just visit and refer those things. Now it's kind of a very good trend when it comes to the e-government people, because we are saving the papers, right? We are just accessing those things through a particular device. So we don't need to print those things out. We only need to print those things out whenever if only we need that to be printed, right? So whatever the thing that they are going to send, they have to print it and send it to us, right? Otherwise there is no any other option. But today it is helping to be more greener the environment, right? So that is how the e-government is happening over here. And there is a very nice video regarding this, but as I remember, it is not actually regarding the our e-government services, but I'll show you it. Yeah, let me share the screen with sound. Yeah, definitely this is an advertisement. So yeah, hold on. I'm going to share it with sounds so you can hear it. Yeah. So let's see what are the technologies and services. Right. So yeah, that's a small animation regarding the e-government. So shall we write some things about these people? Before that, any questions regarding this? Is it all clear? Right, great. Okay, so let's copy these things down. So it's better you have the heading as application of information and communication technology. That will be your main heading. right, so under that topic, the first subtopic can be taken as e-government. So that will be number one topic, people. So we are going to talk about several different sectors. So e-government is going to be the number one. So this is the definition of the e-government. So please copy it down. Yeah, and it's better you have this particular line as well. Let me know when you are done, people. All right. Anyone else who are still writing? Okay, Sira. Let me know when you are done. All right, so moving forward. Yeah, people, you have to draw this diagram, right? So you can have the topic, not the topic. At the top of the diagram, you can have this particular word. I'll mark it over here. Let's say e-government services. Right, let's have it at the top. Right, e-government services. And then you can have the listing. Right, take your time, do it slowly, people. Yeah, it's better you list down all the things, Buddha, because those will be asked for some of your MCQs. So it's better you know about those, Buddha. Right, just list it down. Okay, one is finished. How about others? Okay, okay, no hurry. Keep it up, people, keep it up. All right. Yes, Sanushi, diplomatic and visa information. It is a point, Uda. Yes, yes, yes. They have missed the bullet over there, right? Okay. So, is there anyone who is still writing? Can we move forward? Okay. So, moving forward, the next one is about the application in the field of education. Right. So, when it comes to the educational field, yes, you can find how the educational field has things, or the effect, how the effect are taken by the ICT from this presentation. So let's go through that. So the one of the benefits is like we can learn at any time from any place, right? So it doesn't matter, like when we are having the contents, right? And when we have the ability of connected with our teacher or without the teacher, if you got an internet connection, if you got the contents, so you can learn it from anywhere at any time, right? What it matters is an internet connection. If it's an online education kind of thing, still there can be like the services like where you can go online, download the things and refer it later. So on those cases, you really don't need an internet connection, but still you got all the things in your device. You can learn it from anywhere at any time. And you can use the facilities like electronic library facilities, right? So like when it comes to a physical library, you have to visit there, you have to give your membership card, then you have to borrow the books. So there will be a limitation of borrowing the books. Some number of books are there to be borrowed. So when it comes to the e-libraries, it's not the case. The facilities are greater than that, are bigger than that, and the number of books that you can refer, there is no limit normally, right? So you can access it at any time you want from any device you want when you are having the internet access. So you can refer the ebooks. And again, the most important thing is you can save your time, right? And you can refer many different books at the same time, right? So you can open different number of ebooks and you can do the comparisons. You can go through all the books. Like if you're doing some particular research, you can refer to many different materials likewise, right? Yes, Ryzen. So Rizon, I'm sorry. Yes, Rizon. So you can take or refer the book at any time you want, like at any number of times you want, right? And when it comes, the next particular one is like you can do some self-learning. There are very big self-learning facilities like internet. So if you take internet as a resource, you can have many different helps from that. You got e-learning systems, you got some blogs, you got some websites, right? Which will talk on one specific point, right? And as well as for our purpose, like for teachers' purpose, like I can find a lot of, for this presentation, I have found the details from the internet, from pictures and all these things, right? And I showed you a particular video, which again, I was taken from the YouTube, again from the internet, right? So likewise, I can find many particular resources which will help you to learn the subject in an effective manner, right? And again, there are some systems when it comes to the educations, the learning management systems. They are acting a very major role in these days, right? So we got our own learning management system to Sri Lanka, which is developed by the teachers, right? I'm very proud to say that I was a contributor to this website, and all the teachers around the country were contributing to this site, creating the contents, creating the technical things and all these things. So it is the biggest e-learning platform that we have today, right? The StarLabs, right? So you can refer it in many different languages. And if you go to the particular, if you enter by choosing particular language, you can refer the things from that language, and the contents are there from grade 1 to grade 13, right? As well as some additional subject also there. And if you enter into a particular subject, there are many different things that you can find through that. Like your textbooks are there, some practicals are there, right? It's a very useful platform. And this is free of charge, people, right? You don't need to pay anything for this, right? And here's Rizon. If you think about the publication website, you can download the textbooks as well, right? So likewise, there can be many different ways. And distance learning, now it is become the new trend of the world due to this pandemic situation. So we are having the distance learning thing even now, right? So it is a very big facility and a very good facility that we have received with the ICT. Right, so these are some of the websites that you can use for your self-learning, and there are many people, right? And with that, I'm going to end the session from this point, people. So we have to write some things about the education, or like the application of ICT on the education sector when we meet next time. Since the time is up, I'm going to end the session from this point, people. So we will discuss more about the applications, and we are going to see some interesting videos by next week, how the transportation comes with this, how the health sector has changed with ICT, right? Some interesting videos, right? So we will see. And so for today, I'm going to end the session from here, and the recording will be available by tomorrow in the website. And I'll see you on next Tuesday for the very same time, people, right? So until then, have a very nice week, right? Okay, thank you very much, everyone. And I'll see you on next Tuesday for the very same time. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.